Dun, 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 dun.
Hello, I'm Gungam, and this is my way of playing Leshrac. I prefer building minus armor on Leshrac, going medallion, and then getting Desolator. In this way, I'm preparing to fight in mid-game while boosting my carry's right-click damage output with the armor reduction. You often see Yules on Leshrac, and this is quite a good item on him, since it allows you to spam more abilities with the mana regen. Gives you a speed boost, and you can use it to set up air spike, but it's only really useful early, before the enemy has big KB. When you get medallion and Desolator, you really start dishing out major damage. Getting Yules also leaves you very squishy in the start if they have a lot of physical damage, since your forelegs won't be able to evade that. And even when you get Yules, say 15 minutes into the game, it is still very hard to kill heroes that have high HP and low ammo. Even though Leshrac does not get Yules, he can still do a lot early game with just his spells. Diabolic Edict can easily push a tower, and I always try to get the tower if my opponent leaves the lane to gank in. In my games I have been able to take down tower before minute 40. Some claim that you'll significantly improve your stun accuracy, and that coupled with Lightning Storm makes it a must buy for Leshrac. While it may improve your stun accuracy a bit, I do not think it is a significant factor in the game as a whole. It is still very easy for Leshrac to quickly clear a creep wave with his abilities and a few right clicks. So why exactly Medallion is the first major item? Where early on it gives 7 armor and plus 50% mana regen, but I mainly buy it for the armor since it removes 7 armor from enemies when you cast it on them. It would also make your Diabolic Edict deal more damage, but that is much less significant than the minus 7 armor reduction. I prefer going safe lane with him. He can farm against most offlane heroes, has high hit gain, and a very good attack animation. When I play him safe lane, I will try to take the tower before minute 40, if possible. So if the enemy offlane leaves the lane, I will push the lane with Diabolic Edict and take the tower with my right clicks. So playing him at this stage, much like playing Windrunner, but don't try to gank too much and make your farm suffer because of that. He can achieve insane damage late game and is even able to man-fight a Crystal Maiden after she gets her boots and wards. While you are laning, make sure to feed a few kills to the enemy offlaner. Don't worry about this, as the enemy will be overconfident and this will lose them the game. The plan is to create as much space as possible for both of your other two true carries to farm for the later phases of the game. Your teammates will probably complain that you spend too much time feeding, but it is in my opinion that there is too much focus on the safe laner to teamfight. It is often hard to leave the lane to gank unnoticed, and I think this is much bigger for the game to get the tier 1 tower than to get in a teamfight. Also, if you do come into a teamfight and you don't land your split earth, this teamfight could be over right there, and you just wasted 30 seconds to a minute losing out on a lot of gold and experience in the lane. I start off with Sage Mask, Tango, Mango, Clarity, and then get Medallion. Then Power Treads, finishing Solo Cross afterwards. I get Assault Kyros and then Desolator. My optimal late game item build for Leshrac would be something along the lines of Solo Cross, Assault Kyros, Desolator, BKB, and Abyssal Blade or Monkey King Bar for the lockdown. I usually start out with Lightning Storm level 1 since it helps a lot when last hitting and harassing the enemy heroes. After that I level up Split Earth and then max Diabolic Edict, followed by Lightning Storm and Split Earth. I see a lot of Leshrac players getting ulti at level 6, but I think that is a mistake. It costs a lot of mana and you won't maximize the full potential of your minus armor item build, as it has magic damage and can easily be countered by BKB. I facepalm every time I see a Leshrac scaling ulti whenever possible. One reason I build Leshrac this way is because by level 25 he will have around 127 to 141 base damage without any items, and you want to maximize this by building the items I mentioned. Another reason why I build Leshrac like this is because usually when people see you pick Leshrac, they will pick a hero like Anti-Mage who can mana void you when your mana is low, and by building Leshrac this way they cannot turn team fights around with a mana void on you. By the end of the game, you should have the most death on your team since you will be fighting in the middle of the team fight, but that is okay, as long as you use every single spell and item you have and have used the minus armor from Desolator on everyone.
First blood! The Wind Ranger gets there first!